It's Sunday morning on CBS, and here again is John Dickerson.
What happens when two stars align on the same stage? A lot, if it's Mia Farrow and Patti LuPone. Seth Doane caught up with them on Broadway.
If I had 1,000 hats, they'd all be off to Patti LuPone, and that's a fact. It's just a fact.
They're famous performers, but this is not acting.
First of all, Mia underestimates herself. I talk about her like she's not here.
Mia Farrow and Patti LuPone have been pals for 30 years.
What do each of you see in the other?
We are different. I'm sort of, I guess you'd say I'm pepper, she's sugar, or agave, or honey, and I'm paprika. Do you know what I mean? And
Is that how you see it, Mia?
I wouldn't have thought of the food element, probably, or the spice element, but that's not wrong. I don't know. I see it below the pepper or honey or agave, if you will, is a human soul that is immense and that I am drawn to. I really value Patti as a friend.
I look at the audience before I start the play because I want to see who I'm playing to.
As close as these two showbiz veterans are, they have never worked together until now. We met them recently during tech rehearsal for The Roommate, the two-person play opening on Broadway this month.
I think people are not used to seeing a theater in this state with all of these things around.
Do people know how much stuff there is?
I love to be in technicals. I love to see everybody at work like this.
Now 75, Patti LuPone made her Broadway debut more than 50 years ago. She's acted in this very theater and won 3 Tony Awards for roles in Evita, Company, and Gypsy.
We weren't necking. He kissed me once, and I kissed him once.
Mia Farrow, who's 79, got her start even earlier in Peyton Place in the mid-1960s. She's the first American woman to join the Royal Shakespeare Company and achieved cinematic immortality in the horror classic Rosemary's Baby.
What have you done to it? What have you done to its eyes?
To this day, the best part I've ever been offered.
And you were 20 years old when you did Rosemary's Baby.
I think I was 21.
21.
Getting these two legends together took a little convincing and coordinating.
The directors each asking, you're saying, are you going to do it? You going to do it?
Yeah.
Is that really how it works?
Yeah.
But we did call each other a lot because I thought it would be so exciting to work with Mia, whom I adore. Just to listen to Mia talk about anything is such an event that I would rather do that than rehearse. I would rather do that than eat lunch. We all feel that way. It's an amazing experience just to listen to her.
Who decided to do this first?
Mia.
You decided to do
But
it.
it was dependent on Patti doing it.
But they went to Mia first. And I'm actually a second choice. I don't even know I'm a second. I could be a third choice. I don't know.
Who was ahead of you?
Annette Bening.
I'm really glad it's Patti.
What's that like as an actor?
Well, I'll tell you. It's not comfortable.
How do you deal with it?
You accept the part because you need to.
The Roommate is a comedy about a New Yorker portrayed by LuPone who moves to the Iowa home of Farrow's character. Secrets and surprises abound.
I'm gay.
I mean, I don't have any problem with homosexuals.
Oh, good.
No, not at all.
It's one set, one act, and 90 minutes of lines to remember.
Who's better at remembering their lines?
We're both
They're not the
struggling.
same.
Both struggling.
It's just the two of us.
They are icons and legends, but they're also consummate artists.
Playwright Jen Silverman says The Roommate gives audiences the chance to see the richness and depth of women of a certain age.
When was the last time you were on a date?
When I got married. And we all saw how well that turned out.
Who Silverman says are often rendered invisible.
It is harder for roles for women our age. And it's a pity because we come with a certain amount of wisdom, experience that is still sexy. Still very sexy.
Why do you see it as sexy?
Why do I see it as sexy? Because it is. because we come with a power.
A Broadway legend just loses it on stage.
Last night, theater actress Patti LuPone grabbed a cell phone out of the hands of an audience member who was texting.
LuPone has used her stature to admonish audience members who peek at their phones.
It's something you abhor.
I think we all abhor it. I'm just vocal about it.
How is that as an actor?
It's distracting to the actor, but it's worse for the audience, you see, because we're trying to create a story, weave a spell.
Mia Farrow's own real-life story has always fascinated the public. At 21, she married Frank Sinatra.
Like Patti, he was Sicilian. But unlike Patti, he had a temper. But the essential person was so compassionate and shy and readily available, more than anyone I've ever known. It ended up being a friendship that lasted until he died.
Of course, she's also known for her relationship with Woody Allen.
Oh my God! You killed Mr. Davis!
They made 13 films together. Mia Farrow and their adopted daughter, Dylan Farrow, accused Allen of molesting Dylan when she was 7. Woody Allen vehemently denies the charge.
Are you able to separate the experience as an actor in those films from the personal trials and tribulations that would follow?
Oh, yeah. And I completely understand if an actor decides to work with him. I'm not one who says, oh, they shouldn't. You know,
Mia Farrow tells us she's at peace today and pretty content out of the spotlight.
But not many people have had Mia's life.
You have lived a fascinating.
I'm old, you know. I've you know.
Well, there are a lot of
old people that haven't lived your
who have
life.
had quite the same
Exactly.
set of experiences.
Exactly.
How does that factor into a decision to do something like this?
It was perhaps a feeling of maybe, is this it? Or might there be one last adventure?
What do you mean by is this it?
Meaning, never do anything else for the remainder of my days.
Had you thought that?
Yeah, I'm very good at doing nothing. It's a gift. I'm endlessly entertaining to myself. I have good friends. I have no complaints.
I don't have Mia's mindset. I wish I did. I'm not good not working. I don't know what to do in spare time. I get extremely depressed because I feel useless.
You have to stop thinking about yourself as basically dead. You are actually younger than most U.S. presidents.
As you look back on your careers, what is the measure of success?
I think it's longevity. I really do. I think if you're still working, if you're still vital, if they still want you to work at this time, that's success.
I agree. The fact that we're even working now, that to me is success.